So you were talking about the competition in Marblehead, Mass. when you were living there?
Yeah, my hobby was recording classical music. I had big libraries of stuff. I loved string quartets. And it wouldn't work in Marblehead because this wonderful solar apartment I had from the 1870s was right on the road. So the cars going by would create static on the radio. Bingo, and ruin my recordings. Well, you know how hard it is to trade anything in. I trade in my stereo. I buy another, radio amplifier, a receiver, I think they call them. Get another receiver, more expensive. It's worse. So at this point, I get another refund. I say, what the hell am I going to do? So I thought, I'm a promoter, right? I think I'll have a competition. Now, Marblehead is a sailing town. It's got constant average 9 or 11 knot winds the whole year round. So it's a dream place to go sailing. Huge natural harbor with about 4,000 boats in it. And they're always competing there. Even in the middle of the winter, they got the frostbiters out there in these little dinghies going around buoys, And what's interesting in marine competition is that everyone has to drive the same boat. You cannot modify a boat the way you can modify a stock car or whatever. They're all identical, the boats. And one of the best pictures I ever missed, I was out with Abner, the photographer, and he was out of film, and we saw about 60 of these class Rachel or whatever boats just crossing the starting line, and they're all identical boats, so it's all crew skill. That's the whole idea. So I had competition in my mind. It was a competitive place, and people were competitive, and I thought, how am I ever going to find a receiver that doesn't have static? And then I thought, I'll have a competition and see which one has the best resistance to static. And so I stopped smoking dope. I bought a big piece of heavy Bristol, folded it like a giant 4-pager. And with a pencil, I wrote out an invitation to participate in the Home Fidelity Award competition. Okay, I organized an event. Now, afterwards, I found out that there are only 5 words in the English language which give warm feelings when people hear them, just automatically trigger off warm feelings. And I remember when I was putting the name of the thing together, I had pieces of paper with words on them. I had words on all over the table. And I finally got down to Home Fidelity Award competition, and I had hit 3 of the 5 words, just on my own, without having read this article, right? Fidelity, Home, and Award. People love these 3 words, right? And I thought, well, I'll probably, well, first of all, I asked everyone's opinion. This is the worst thing you can do if you're an inventor or a promoter or whatever. Everyone's opinion is usually wrong. Everybody said I was crazy, that I think these companies who never heard of me were going to send me hi-fi equipment for free, etc. People thought it was nuts. Fortunately, my friend Neil said to me, well, how much would it cost to do it? I said, I don't know, about $150. He said, you got $150? Yeah, he said, well, do it. So I did it. Now, I went off on a business trip then. I was in another business to California. Almost didn't come back. I had such a good time in California. And I get back and look in my mailbox. There's nothing, I was hoping to get at least some replies to my brilliant invitation. Now, I got to tell you before I tell you the outcome, I really did it to perfection in the sense that after I got my text, on the first page it said there was this competition, and this was the secret. It did not say who was organizing the competition. There was not a word about who I was or what, nothing. It just, there will be this event, right? And in the envelopes I put engraved invitation cards. The printer in Marblehead made me your classic card invitations, right? On credit, of course, since I was broke. And I put in, to the chief engineer 1 card and to the chief of sales 1 card, right? And I sent 150 letters with 300 of these cards in them, see? Or no, I sent a letter to each of them, yeah. So that's how I got up to probably 150, 75 companies, whatever. Anyway, later, one of the participants said that he'd been running down the hall to see the sales engineer waving my thing, and the sales engineer was waving his, you see, because I thought people were going to enter this competition for commercial reasons. Maybe they had 3,000 too many speakers they couldn't sell or something like that. No. They entered because people love competition, you see. and everybody who entered because they figured they could win. So this invitation automatically culled out all the junk in the industry. I got nothing but super stuff.